it's fairly obvious the reasons why Jurgen Klopp says to be considered the best in the world, you've got to do it over a number of seasons, i.e. any potential suitors.
Yeah.
Let's say. But the question is, I mean, he's having a sensational season.
Unbelievable.
Mo Salah. Can he do anything anywhere near it next season?
Well, that's the big question.
And I'm not doubting his ability. I'm saying it's been so good this season.
How many times have we said to any player when they set their standards so high, can they do it the following season? Harry Kane was a prime example, and he did it 2 seasons running after that. So I think Liverpool fans will be hoping. And the biggest compliment I can say, not just Salah, Mane's been superb. Firmino, he's been excellent for Liverpool. He's been the unsung hero for them, really. I mean, even yesterday, some of the play where they linked up together. And Coutinho's not even been mentioned. You know, they've lost an unbelievable play in Coutinho, but no one's worried about that because they've got a new guy now, Salah, who's... I just love his composure, the way he finishes the ball, and he never panics in front of goal. He's one of them. He waits for the goalkeeper to make his move, and then, you know, he's such a great finisher, and he's been sensational for Liverpool this season. Right now, is he deserving of comparisons with Ronaldo and Messi?
Off a season, of course he is. You look at his numbers, add up there with them. Of course, it's going to be difficult because of the standards they've set. They've been able to do this now for the last 8-9 years, which is incredible.
Yeah.
What we've seen off these 2 players, it'd be very difficult to see a period in football like this again. So I believe we've been very fortunate. But with Salah, it's what I enjoy watching it because how hard he works off the ball as well, how much he plays for the team. When he presses in front, understands the position, but also it's just his composure all over the pitch. How we can look after the ball, how we can bring other players into play. You know, it weren't just about his 2 goals yesterday; it was about his assists. You know, when he squared it for Firmino.
Are you still finding new things that you're enjoying in him?
I just like we're going to go on to like the Ballon d'Or type of question now. Is I believe he's had that good a season. What happens if Liverpool win the Champions League? I believe he has to win.
He has to
Ballon
win
d'Or,
it, surely.
which is usually over the last number of years now. Ronaldo's been incredibly clever. He attacks the Champions League. That's what gets him his Ballon d'Or. Ronaldo is Ballon d'Or driven.
Well, look at his stats there. The thing with the Ballon d'Or is it's across a calendar year as opposed to...
It isn't. Ignore all that. It's whoever's in top form, whoever scored the most in the Champions League.
That used to be like the PFA Awards.
And wins,
we used to vote.
Yeah.
I mean, you used to vote in Christmas. I said, what's the point of doing that, you know?
Now, the Ballon d'Or has been very fairly spread around over the last 10 years.
You've got every chance of winning that, if you're not Messi or Ronaldo.
You've got to feel sorry for so many top players who just couldn't get anywhere near.
Well, it's the greedy brothers, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean,
it's 5-5. Look, it's 5-5 at the moment.
But if he goes on and wins the Champions League, which he has a chance of doing, he will, and with his season as well at Liverpool and the number of goals he's had, he'd have a great chance of winning it. He could be the first one in that long period to break through.
So ignore the calendar thing. You think if they win it,
ignore it. It's Champions League. It's Champions League driven, and that's why even Messi with all the goals, as soon as he went out of the Champions League, you're like, that's a Ballon d'Or he might be missing out on there.
But does he also? I mean, you alluded to it there, Craig. You say Ronaldo targets the Ballon d'Or via the Champions League. Just one of the beauties of Mo Salah is he doesn't look as though he's only thinking about his own game and his own goals. His assists are equally impressive as well.
Yeah, listen, like I said, that's what makes it so impressive when you watch him. He plays for the team. But with Klopp and how he presses, you have to. But you will get your rewards as well. He asks you to press in front. And even yesterday as well, of course, we can talk about Roma's deficiencies in defence. But if you look how he understands his role in the team, he'll stay up when he needs to stay up to the front three, but how we work together with him, and sometimes then he'll go and press the full-back, go and press the centre-back then when it goes to him, but he picks up little pockets then, so when Roma are on the attack, soon as Liverpool win it, they're in a good area because he becomes difficult to mark. If you then go tight, he's got all that space in behind, which Roma will go in tight, then he'll just spin you, and if they don't, you back off, then he's able to get at feet, then he can run at you, and we've seen what he's able to do there, but Is he selfish? He isn't, nowhere near. You can see he must be a dream to play alongside.
Been brilliant.
Craig's convinced that Liverpool will go to Rome and score a couple of goals.
Yeah, no.
Are you as confident?
Well, certainly Rome have got an excellent home record.
Yeah.
Don't concede many goals. How many goals
Zero.
they conceded? 0. So it's going to be difficult, but I just think the front three are so exciting to watch. I mean, as I said before, Firmino is so underrated for me. What he brings to the team as well.
They beat Barcelona by the same score required, though.
Well, them 2 goals, it was a shock for me. When it was 5-0, you're thinking, what a great evening for Liverpool. And then suddenly, bang, bang, and they're back in it. They're still fancying their chances, Roma, because the manager, if you're a Roma manager, you say, well, we beat Barcelona 3-0.
Yep.
So why can't we beat Liverpool? And that's how they'd be looking at the game. And they still had Messi playing, and they still had some brilliant players playing. Again, they've got to take their chances when they come along, Roma. But I do agree with Craig. I think they will maybe get a couple of chances. And you want them chances to fall to Salah. Simple. Because once he gets them chances, he takes them. I watched the City game away, and they didn't have a lot of chances, but when it fell to Salah, bang, back of the net. And I think that's going to be the same in Rome.
I think if you look at his actual stats in terms of goals scored compared to Ronaldo and Messi, his actual number of shots is way, way, way lower. So his accuracy.
Well, I think his composure as well. I think he's so clever. He passes it into the net sometimes, which is a real art. I played with Henry. Thierry was very similar. He passes it into the net. And I think Salah, he's been so clever the way, never panics in front of goal. You always think he's took too long to take his chance, and then suddenly dinks it over and it's in the back of the net. So, brilliant player.
Where do we think this step up has come from? I mean, he's 26 this year, so we couldn't say he's an unknown youngster.
Look, he played well at Roma, and even before that, Fiorentina as well. When he went on loan there as well, he done very well there. Last couple of seasons, even last season especially, he played well. His numbers were up with goals, assists. Even when Liverpool signed him, it made sense because when Mane was out, especially with African nations, they struggled because Firmino he's an outstanding player. I think he's been brilliant for Liverpool, but he likes to come towards the ball as well at times. So you need that space in behind. And with Mane out of it, they didn't have another option. If they played Coutinho there, he likes to come towards the ball. So Salah give him another dimension of being able to attack the way Klopp likes to play as well. So it made sense. Great signing. And I actually believe the way they press, the way they look to use the front three, the way Klopp does, is a forward and a winger's dream. To play for Klopp is brilliant, and it's got the best out of him.
I think Craig's exactly right. He loves playing for Klopp. You can sense that every single player knows what their jobs are, and I think Klopp is just the way he comes across to the neutral supporter that people like playing for him, and you can sense that Salah's really enjoying his time at Liverpool. The way he's playing, he's got that freedom to go forward. But he also is a very clever player. He gets into them little pockets and he's very hard to pick up. Quick feet. He can move that ball so quickly. And I think the link-up play has been so special with them three up front. Mane's played his part as well. But Firmino's the one who links it all together. But Salah's been the one who finishes the chances off. And 43 goals is an amazing return for the first season back into the Premier League.
And there's still games to go.
And he's still got a few games left as well.
So, should Liverpool finish the job, based on what you saw tonight, who do you think they would prefer to face out of Bayern Munich or Real Madrid in the final? Obviously, advantage lies with Madrid at the moment, but it's still a slender advantage.
Yeah, it is, and they've had a couple of injuries tonight, Bayern Munich. Some key players. Boateng's a key player at centre-half. He went off. It looks a bad one as well. I don't think he'll be playing again this season. Robin as well is always a very important player for him on the wing. It's a tough one. You look at Real Madrid and with their history, with their record in the Champions League. Amazing. Zidane's done an amazing job in the Champions League to win it as many times as he has. So I think that if they had to pick one, I think they would go Bayern Munich to the easier choice. But they're both top quality sides, and Real Madrid obviously got one foot in there, getting the 2 away goals. You expect them to get through now, but Bayern Munich, I hope. Because on the night, it probably wasn't a 2-1 scoreline for Real Madrid. It was probably a lot closer. And maybe, Bayern Munich had the chances to win the game tonight. So they'll be hoping that they can get off to the same start Juventus did when they went to the Bernabeu. And maybe gives them an opportunity.
Yeah, you would, due to the injuries, if you look at it, especially with Klopp being at Dortmund and knowing Munich very, very well, It'd be nice. It'd be a nice final for him to get Munich. As a, I'm sure Liverpool supporters would probably want Bayern Munich due to the fact of Real Madrid have won it the last 2 occasions. So their experience in this competition is incredible, and that does help. But I've seen enough of watching Real Madrid over this year that they're vulnerable. They're vulnerable. They're not the team they were the last couple of years. It's crazy, even though it looks like they're getting to another final. But even watching them in the league, even watching them tonight as well, close up. I was there. I was at the Bernabeu against Juventus, so I got to see that. Defensively, they can be left wanting. And the way Liverpool play as well, and obviously not just the front three, but midfielders getting forward as well, breaking the lines. This midfield struggled to stay with you.
It could be the Ballon d'Or shootout as well.
Unfortunately, one negative from last night was losing Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Who that's his season. A real blow for a guy who was just coming into real form as well, Ray.
Great lad. He took that, leaving Arsenal was a big decision for him. Obviously, it was the right decision now, looking at how he's played, how he's fitted into Jurgen Klopp's way of playing really well. I mean, Gareth Southgate would be disappointed as well. The England manager looking to see one of his, maybe a key player, playing for England in the summer. But, I think it was such a shame that he had to go off. But he's been brilliant, absolutely brilliant. You've got to, you can never time your injuries when you do get injured.
No.
And he's got to stay strong. He's got to get back fit and look forward to that next season now, because it's very exciting times at Liverpool. If you're a Liverpool fan, I think they'll be looking at it and saying that we're building a very strong squad here, and hopefully we can get the right players in the summer. We'll be very close to challenging maybe Manchester City next year.
How classy as well, Craig. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain tweeted this afternoon. He's obviously devastated about his injury. He said, but it's a team game. Good luck to the boys and the rest of the competition. Obviously, I'm choked that I'm not going to be going to the World Cup either. He said, but let's keep all this in perspective. The poor Liverpool fan who's in hospital.
Of course, yeah.
Terrible,
How classy was that from Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain when his particular world has fallen apart?
Yeah.
And that's his thoughts.
I don't know him. I'm glad you said that about him, because he strikes me as that kind of lad. He strikes me as a classy person, and I believe he made the brilliant decision of going to Liverpool, because watching him over the last few years at Arsenal, I knew, you can see his talent. We know he's a very good footballer, but I didn't know what type of footballer he was, what position he played. I really didn't. Now at Liverpool, I can see where he is. I can see the type of footballer he is, what position suits him the best. And the team, the way they play, suits him. Devastated for him. Big loss to Liverpool, really is. Gives someone else an opportunity, that old one, someone else comes in. But Liverpool do have strength in that area. But at the same time, wish him a speedy recovery, because I've been there. I know it's not the first one he's had, but I've been there as well. I've had plenty of knee injuries. It'd be a difficult period for him at this present moment, and for the next couple of months, especially watching a lot of football. But if he shows anywhere near the character he did in his first injury, he'll come back flying again. He'll have plenty more opportunities to get into the other finals as well.
Yeah, definitely.
As you said, Ray, for England, it potentially opens the door for somebody else.
It does.
Any names spring to mind immediately?
Well, yeah, I mean, it looks like the system that Gareth will play is three at the back. So we rely on his wing-backs to be the wide areas, and maybe getting service into Harry Kane. But the midfield's going to be interesting. I think Henderson's a certainty, a start. He had another really good game last night for Liverpool. So I think he'll start, and then it's who plays alongside him. Problem is, you've got to get Dele Alli probably into the side somehow. Rashford, do you play Rashford with his pace? Sterling probably will definitely start. So it's going to be a little bit of thinking time for Gareth. And
late push for Shelby?
Any late push? Well, I said earlier that, one of the best players for Liverpool this year, and Craig's mentioned it, in the break, and it was James Milner. He's been sensational. I mean, the way he's played for Liverpool, and he's such a great pro, he always seems to turn up in big games and perform. He's been brilliant. I'm sure every Liverpool
But he's
fan,
retired.
I know, but you have to try
Could you
and
talk
talk him out.
A World Cup can change your mind.
Oh, absolutely. It's, if Gareth give him a call and said, look, maybe it's an opportunity for you to come to the World Cup as a midfielder, he might jump at that chance. Who knows?
Would you endorse that? You...
Really, do I have to get involved in this England conversation? I don't care.
Yes, yes.
I hope they go out very quick.
Yes,
No,
OK.
In a serious note,
can you see the sense in James Milner?
I do. I believe he's been brilliant. He's been really
like a fine wine, improving.
He's just his intensity, his energy, his understanding of his role and what Liverpool ask him to do. I'm sure he could do the same role for England. He's been a real bonus for Liverpool this season.
Absolutely.
You know, don't forget the last couple of years he's been in and out, playing left back at times. Now there's your position, captain of the team. Well, I say with Jordan Henderson isn't playing, but he's playing like a captain, if you understand what I mean. He's leading the team. Look, it would be a no-brainer for me if I was England manager. I would ask the question, see if he fancied it.
The problem is that, you know, we want to see the youngsters getting an opportunity as well. We want to see the future of England going forward, and obviously James Milner. I know it's about now.
Win the tournament now.
I know it's about now.
Worry about that.
I'm sure the fans will be saying, well, we want to see the future as well.
Craig wants to see the back of this England debate as well.